So, B, you know my birthday's coming up, obviously, because you're my sister.
Of course you're reminding me about this.
So, I've decided to make a couple of birthday resolutions.
Oh, okay.
Among those are I'm going to start dating in 2020 because, you know, I'm 37 this year and maybe it's time to find love. Like,
first of all, you know I don't do the whole resolution thing, so you just have to do better. Like, just do better. Like,
I don't try. Like, I don't feel like I really try all that hard. I've been on a couple of dating apps, but I want to explore and see, you know, what they really are all about before I delve into that situation.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, so
The horrid thing.
yeah, I'm really kind of terrified.
Jeez. I got that dish. Got that. I got that dish. Dish. I got that dish. I got that dish. That dish.
Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And it's your girl B.
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, B?
I'm okay. You know I can never complain, because who's listening?
The world. Spain. Shout out to Spain.
You know, I can't complain though. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing. Gratitude.
Gratitude. Oh, we talked about that. Hey,
See?
hey. Have you been practicing a little bit of gratitude?
Yeah.
Like a bit?
Just a little bit.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, but do you want to know how I'm doing, or are you just gonna sit there and pretend like I don't exist?
I'm so sorry. How are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm doing swell, doing great.
Yeah.
I missed my psychiatrist appointment the other day. My therapist. That's the word I'm looking for. Therapist. I have so many doctors. Like, honestly, it's hard to keep track of them all. So, but I missed my therapist appointment. I did my class at my workplace. And then I walked home, skipped home, like just tra-la-la-la.
Oh, really?
Skipped and jumped home. I got to my house. It was like 1:20. And I was like, let me take a nap. But isn't there something you should be doing, Onika? Oh, yeah, therapy.
Oh.
It was my first session back from like literally like 8 months off of therapy. So I felt I felt so bad. I called my therapist. I called my social worker. I'm like, tell my therapist it was a total accident. I'm just not used to having her in my schedule anymore. Like, you know, my life is scheduled. Like,
yes,
it is completely scheduled to the last iota of a second.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't look in my agenda, I don't know what's going on with me in a day. Like, I literally don't know.
Like, how old are you?
No
like, get
clue.
it together.
37. I have no idea what happens with me in a day unless I look at my agenda in the morning. And that morning, I did not look at my agenda. I said, "Oh, I have facilitation. That's fine. One class, and then I'll go home."
Mom's calling me. Sorry. Hold on. We're gonna have to cut this out. Hello? Hi, Aaliyah. No, I'm not done yet. We're in the middle of recording right now. It's okay.
Hi, Poops.
Hi. What's up? You okay? Okay. Mommy will call you back in a bit. I should be done in like 30 minutes. Okay. All right, good. I'll call you back in 30 minutes, okay?
Bye, Poops. Have a good night.
All right, love you. Bye. I knew it was her. I just didn't want to ignore her. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I literally don't know what I do in a day. So I completely forgot about my therapist appointment, and I had to just give her a call or an email and just be like, I'm so sorry, I'm an asshole.
It wasn't the end of the world, though. Like,
no, but it felt like it because I don't like missing things on my schedule.
Fair.
Like, any man out there that is ever going to be with me in any capacity whatsoever, whether they hear me on this show or they see me out in Tinderland, just know that if I'm a Tinderella, just know that I live a very regimented, scheduled life. I don't like surprises unless it's my 40th birthday, which should be a surprise party for me. Bianca, you already know this. Okay? 40th birthday. But other than that, I don't do surprises. I like a regimented life. So I was really sorry. Sorry, therapist. You know who you are. I know you're listening. Sorry that I missed our appointment. But I have another one tomorrow as we record on Monday. So I have another one tomorrow, and I will not miss it because I have it at the forefront of my brain.
That's good.
But dating apps. What do you think is the news flash? On dating apps. What do you think? What do you think it could be?
Did somebody die?
You're close. You're close. I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
See, I knew. It's always something.
What's next for dating apps after swiping runs its course? So this is the first article.
Swipe left.
Swipe left. Swipe right. I'm usually a swipe left. Swipe left is the swipe that you don't like them, right?
Yeah, that's swipe left.
Yeah, I'm a swipe left. I'm left-handed, so I should know that.
Mm-hmm.
The League has a suggestion. So just note, the League is a dating app that's for professionals, and it requires you to have a LinkedIn address. Or a LinkedIn address. A LinkedIn profile. An address for LinkedIn. You know, the address.
Mm-hmm.
This month, they launched League Live, allowing members to speed date through live video before matching. So members of the app can choose 3 back-to-back live video dates at 2 minutes each every Sunday at 9 p.m. local time. I'm assuming that's Eastern Standard because it's an American article.
So wait. So what? They get to make a live video of themselves for the dating app?
They go live
for
three back-to-back live video dates. For 2 minutes each, so like a speed dating thing.
Oh, okay.
Like the old school speed dating. So it says it's going to solve a lot of the problems with online dating, like catfishing, misrepresentations of photo, and delayed responses.
Do you think so, though?
No, I don't.
I don't think
so. According to Amanda Bradford, which is the founder and the CEO of the League, she says that first dates, as we know it, are seeing its final days. In-person first dates will definitely be replaced by digital dates as stakes are lower and the video chatting, and you can figure out whether or not you click with a person in the first few minutes, so it saves time and energy to focus on dates you actually give a shit about. And that's what it's supposed to be doing.
It sounds so confusing.
It's like
I
don't like.
Date
first of all, you have to be available on a Sunday at 9 p.m. You know, I'm in bed on a Sunday at 9 p.m. Okay, I'm in bed to go to work the next day. I don't have time to fancy myself. Like, I'm in a robe, probably a head tie, as I'm wearing right now on Instagram Live. I'm in a head tie. I'm in some sweatpants. Like, I'm not trying to date someone for 2 minutes at a time on a Sunday night. Like, I'm sorry, the League. Like, I don't agree with this at all. I'm not for this. This is you know what? Yellow
sweat
card.
Tie.
Yeah, sweat tie, pants, hair tie, chilling with no
makeup on.
Like,
that's when you're the
prettiest. I hope you don't take it wrong.
No.
Drake, shout out to Drake. I know you're listening, and if you're not, I know you will be. You know, it's my new thing. So apparently people who match on League Live are 3.5 times more likely to exchange phone numbers and meet offline. I don't know how they got this fact because this thing just launched.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure how
they
that
had like 100 people. What do they have? 100
they had 100
people
survey. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
To use the video feature, you have to have a valid League score, and the score reflects your behavior on the app and while talking to mates.
This is like the thing I was telling you that I see.
What thing?
There's some show that's out there, like Black Mirror.
The
and
episode
the people
where they're like rating each other. Have you seen that, Mel? Have you seen that episode? Yeah, where they're rating each other live.
Yeah, and I'm like, ew, I'm not doing this.
This is terrible.
It's terrible.
So if you're flagged or blocked by a match, you can't enter into this world of video chatting, right? So
that's a bit much.
This is a little heavy. This next story.
This is what I guesstimated.
This is the one you guessed. Maybe we'll save that for no. We'll talk about it now.
Let me hear. I want to know what it is.
So
I know it's something crazy.
Are dating app companies responsible for protecting their users from sex offenders? What's your opinion on this?
Are they responsible?
Are they responsible for protecting us from sex offenders? Like, is this really a question? Like,
I want to say no, but
what do you
yes,
mean?
It's not their responsibility. Like, what do you mean? Okay, you know what? Like, obviously, sex offenders have to be registered, right? So, like, if there's a registrar number,
hold on, okay,
registry number.
Hold on. Okay, so Match Group which owns Match.com and 45 other online brands,
oh wow,
has an annual revenue of $1.7 billion with 9 million in paid subscribers, do not screen for sexual predators for their free dating apps, including Tinder, OkCupid, and Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, so, okay, that makes sense.
They're paid ones, and I'll tell you why they started doing the paid ones in a minute. But there's a woman in outside of Aspen, Colorado, Brittany Westfield, reported a sexual assault to Tinder and was matched with her assailant, just matched with her assailant.
After she
reported it.
Wow.
Yeah, like they don't give a hoot.
Of course not. That's why I was like, it's not really their responsibility if you're asking that, but like, so it'd be nice.
It's true. It would be more than nice. It would make women feel safer, which I mean, they obviously don't care about. But
no.
Keith Cousins, a Columbia journalist, researched for the Columbia Journalism Investigation, finds that a non-scientific survey of 1,200 women was done. 1/3 of them had been sexually assaulted by someone they met on a dating app.
Wow.
And about half of those women reported they were raped. They examined 150 sexual assaults involving dating apps through news reports, lawsuits, and criminal records. Most incidents occurred in the last 5 years, and during app users' first in-person meeting in a parking garage, apartments, or dorm rooms. Most victims are all women, met attackers on Tinder, OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, or Match.
Oh, wow.
So there's some factual evidence out there that they should, because here's the caveat. So in their terms and services, they state you can't be a sex offender. It's like porn. You know, when you're like, oh, are you 18 years old? All you have to do is click yes.
Nobody
There's no
reads those things,
balances
though.
for that stuff.
Nobody reads it.
No, but the terms and services says you can't be a registered sex offender to be on this dating site or whatever. So it puts the onus on like the actual human being that's registering the user to be honest or not honest, whereas the company should be the one to say, you know, and they do it for Match.com apparently now, and the reason they do is because in 2011 Carol Markin sued Match after a sexual assault on a second date with someone she met on the site. In response, Match heightened screening on the one platform, right? But all the free platforms, it's just a free-for-all. Sex offenders, pedophiles, like you don't know who's on there, you don't know what's going on. And you're going on dates with these people, and they're what they should be doing. Apparently, the only law that exists that protects communications on these sites really benefit the company,
of course,
because if you misrepresent yourself in a certain way, Match Group is not responsible. And they're saying, and here's the thing that really gets my goat, that frosts my effing cookies. They're saying if we do these screenings, then it's going to give people a false sense of security when it won't really work. So people have a false sense of security on these apps that they shouldn't have. They won't be as cautious when they're dating.
No.
Does that even make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
It's saying that it puts them further at risk. I'm like, what do you mean? You finding out whether or not someone's a pedophile or a sex offender? Like, not a pedophile. Those are for kids. Sorry, I keep saying pedophile. But sex offender, you're not going to screen and check for that on your app so that women won't be assaulted? And it's happening to women. I'm not trying to exclude men out of this situation, but I don't know any man that goes on a first date that doesn't necessarily expect sex and then gets it and is like, oh, no, I don't want this. This is not for me.
That's
Sorry.
Not true. You can't just discredit. Don't discredit. Whatever.
I'm not trying to discredit. I'm just saying. So this whole story just, it was a lot to take in for me. It was in GQ. Let's see. Next one up. S'more. Do you want to guess what s'more stands for?
Not some more. That's
not some more. Not some more. The comedian. She has a dating app now. That's what when I read it, I thought to myself, "Oh, S'more has a dating app now." Like
what? Like Shamar Moore?
No, S'more. S'more. Remember S'more from Comic View?
No, I don't.
You don't remember S'more? Elliot, you remember S'more? The black lady? How could you not from Queens of Comedy?
No, I'm too young.
Oh my gosh,
clearly.
you're too young.
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just
S'more is a new dating app that looks to suspend physical attraction for something more. Hence, S'more. Something more is the most common feedback that dating apps get from their users. So founder Adam Cohen Aslati, that's what the founder was saying. Mm-hmm. How it works is rather than scroll through a feed and swipe left or swipe right, users are served 5 suggested profiles a day. Mm-hmm. The profiles on S'more consist of icons rather than the picture and text. So an example, users might put seeking romance, interested in hiking, and I got my education from such and such university, all in the form of little title icons. When the user interacts with those icons, S'more calls it a wink. And more visual pieces of the profile are unblurred and unblocked, revealing a photo that unlocks the person's social media feed. Now, this part I don't agree with. Why do I need to unlock all of my social media feeds to you?
So they know that you're real.
Well, I mean, they check that you're real because they do S'more they ask you to rank one another on perspective, like not prospective mates, but for the user platform, like how they use the platform, and to create a safe and healthy environment. They require a selfie for ID upon registration. So you have to take a selfie and then send it to them.
And a driver's license picture?
So I don't know. It just said a selfie for ID. I don't know. You could take a picture of anybody and send it to them. Really.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem very safe. A lot of these are safety issues for me.
And this is not going to get you in the gate of dating in 2020.
I trust me. I know this one is hilarious. Okay. This one, man creates dating app singularity where he is the only match available.
What? He
created a dating app called Singularity where he is the only man available.
For all the women.
For all the women. So North Carolina man, 31-year-old Aaron Smith, created a dating app where he's the only available guy on it. The biggest problem with it, he said this, the biggest problem with the dating apps is that my face is not featured prominently.
Wow. Well,
and then he just said this thing
that's
about
a personal problem.
He goes, listen, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and then you make sure that no other company can make that lemonade, so your lemonade is the only game in town. I was dead, Bianca.
Like, what?
He's like, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, so you're the only game in town.
Like, he went in,
he
clearly.
Squashed the competition. So he worked with software engineer friend Scott McDowell to create Singularity. And the tagline is, Singularity saves you countless hours of swiping by just matching with me. He's obviously like a nerd.
I wouldn't call him that. Maybe he's what would the right word be?
It's a title. It's not a
narcissist, right?
He's definitely not a narcissist. Like, he's doing this for jokes, but also because he's sick of the dating app world.
Oh,
like,
okay,
he sees
I hope
the
so.
flaws
I hope
in
it's
the
funny.
dating app world. Like,
I think it's for fun.
He does commercials and everything. You put them on YouTube.
Oh,
they got like 20,000 hits, but he hasn't found love yet. So I don't know what's going on with Aaron Smith. But after doing my research, I discovered the best free social dating apps are Tinder. This is in order of appearance. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, Coffee Meets Bagel, Hilly, Clover, and Facebook Dating.
Bro, listen, I haven't.
Have you ever been on any of these?
I haven't been on the dating scene in so long. I don't know half of the things that you just said to me.
Well, Tinder's the most popular.
Yeah, and I don't even I feel like there was a problem.
I've been on
that.
Bumble.
Oh, okay, I've seen commercials for it, but I've never partaken in the Bumble.
I've told my listeners this story before, but I broke Bumble a couple of years ago.
What?
I just I have the story on my website, onikadainty.com. It's called Tinderella Story. I basically sat down. Someone got it in my head that I needed to start dating. I don't know why this happens to me every couple of years. Someone gets it in my head that you're growing up and you need to date. You need to do this. And so I said, okay, fine. I'll pour a glass of wine. I'll set up a profile. Bumble is supposed to be the friendly version of Tinder for females because females have to reach out first, and it's this whole situation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm like, So I basically join it, and then I sit down to swipe, and I'm like, okay, swipe left, he looks like a murderer. Swipe left, he looks like he doesn't love his mother. Swipe left, why is he always in Vegas? Swipe left, he drinks way too much. Swipe left, like, I kept swiping left until finally it was like, we have no more matches for you. Like, I'm like, swipe left, I made out with you when I was 12, you're a douchebag. Like, it was just like, there was no matches left for me. So like, come back in 24 hours. And when I came back in 24 hours, it was the same damn people. Like, they weren't even trying to make an effort to disguise that they were recycling my people.
Listen, they're like, you weren't even really looking at these people, so we're just going to throw them in your
face once again. Best gay and lesbian apps: Her, Chappie, and Grindr. I've heard of Grindr.
Yeah, okay.
I saw this documentary on was it a TED? It wasn't a TED Talk. It was just like a CBC or some kind of BBC documentary where this guy was saying how he's addicted to his Grindr account, and he goes, he's been doing it for years, the online dating. He spends like at least 9 hours a day on his Grindr account. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's kind of,
there's only 24 hours in the day. How could you spend like 9 of those hours on Grindr?
That's a bit much.
Best religious dating apps: Christian Mingle and JDate. I think is the Jewish date. I think JDate's for Jewish.
Really? Everyone knows Christian Mingle. You almost went on Christian Mingle one day.
Did I almost go on Christian Mingle?
Yeah,
I get desperate. I don't know what I'm thinking. Exclusive members only: Rhea and The League. But they're not expensive memberships. Rhea's only $7.99 a month. And The League, I'm not sure how much they are. But we talked about The League earlier in our Newsflash. Best for long-term relationships. So these are the ones I should be messing with, right? Match.com, even though we talked about the Match group and their shisty behavior, so I probably won't be going there. eHarmony, OkCupid. Plenty of Fish surprised me because that used to be a scuzzy website.
It still is.
Like Zeus and elite singles. They don't even have like black people meet on this.
Are they? Well, do you think that's popular?
Black people meet shit beautiful. There's beautiful.
Do you remember Black Planet?
No.
Yeah, Black Planet used to be one of those like black people meet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why you don't know about it.
Okay.
Black people,
I was involved with black people when I was younger. Oh well. No, but they didn't even have that one on there. I was shocked. So the basic concept is users can create a profile by uploading several photos for things like eHarmony, which I did eHarmony as a joke. Sorry about that. JR was like, he paid for it for me like 2 years ago because he's like, oh, it's gonna be good material for the show, right? If I start dating. And I gave it no real energy. Like, I was on that one. I was on Match for a little while.
Yeah.
And was it eHarmony? No, it was Match. I was on Match. And I matched with this guy that I used to work with. That like,
really,
yeah, I was really attracted to him.
Coming on,
I was really attracted to him, and like he was like really super like suited out and like cute, sexy, whatever. And so I like, for some reason, turned into a teenage girl because I saw his picture and I'm like, OMG, LOL, like, so good to see you. Emoji face, like, I couldn't function. Emoji face, like, like, he's a grown man, and I'm sending him emojis and LOLs and OMGs. So he disappeared off my feed. So then I emailed Match, and I was like, so this guy that I really like disappeared off my feed. I don't know if it's on your end there's a problem or on my end there's a problem. But could you get him back for me?
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? He blocked you.
I don't know if it's on your end there's a problem or on my end there's a problem.
He's sweetie.
So you just can dislike or like you, and he disliked me. Aww. I think it was too many emojis. There was so many emojis. I can't even. Oh, it was so embarrassing. Definitely. It was so embarrassing. So when two users like each other, they can text on the app. So Tinder has over 50 million active users who spend 90 minutes a day on the app. Maybe it was 90 minutes, not 9 hours. Okay, maybe it was 90 minutes. That sounds correct. some of the problems. What do you think some of the pitfalls of online dating are? Just in your opinion.
People who kill you.
People who kill you.
Catfish.
Catfish
is real.
You remember when I got catfished?
No, I don't remember.
Don't you remember Alejandro or whatever his name was?
No.
Remember when you did a reverse lookup of his face and he was a Portuguese model?
Yeah,
and there was like an African blood diamond, like,
yes,
thank you.
Yes.
I got catfished, guys. Like, this was like maybe like 10 years ago.
Gosh, I completely forgot
his name was Roberto. That was his name. So he sent me pictures, model looking pictures. This guy Roberto was so gorgeous. But I said, send me a regular picture. Like, send me a normal, like, picture. Right? And he just wouldn't send the picture. So I had my sister do a reverse lookup of his face, and he turned out to be a Portuguese model. So the guy who said, and I said, send me a picture, and he goes, please don't call the FBI. Please don't call the CIA. And I'm like, what are you into that you think? I said, we're in Canada. We don't have FBI. We have CSIS. Like, we don't have FBI. Like... He's like, don't call the FBI. And he sent me a picture and he looked like something from fraud. Like Blood Diamonds. Like he looked literally like one of the machete wielding maniacs in Blood Diamonds. Like he was, I
can't remember how he looked.
I remember. It's etched in my brain for the rest of my life.
Catfishing
okay.
Is real.
It's etched.
I got catfished one time, but like it was so bad. Like it would happen. It went on for like months. It went on for months, and then they finally sent me a picture, and they were like, "Oh, this is my cousin. Do you think they're attractive? Like, would you date them?" And I'm like, "No." Like I was being honest. Like I was like, "No, I wouldn't." And then only to find out it was them, and I was like, "Oh, dry bread mashed crackers,
catfishing." I'll say. So some of the problems: regular rejection. This is huge. Research indicates that dating apps expose you to considerable amounts of rejection, especially men. I think men experience a lot more rejection online than women do because they're,
of course,
not that they're more active, but there are some facts that back it up. I don't know. Low rate of matching, especially for men. Like I said, I was saying that. So I'm like, where did I get that from? I got it from my notes. 50% of matches don't message back. Hence, dating app users are constantly being disliked or ignored. Like, who can live like that?
Being ignored.
My biggest fear is being ignored. Like, my biggest fear in life is that people will just like, I'll wake up one day, I'll leave my house, and no one will acknowledge that I exist. Like, so to do that on an online platform, I can't fathom it. I can't even. That's horrible.
Well, I mean, it happens. It happens in real life. Like, people get ignored on a daily basis. So I guess it just adds to, like... I mean, if you're being honest. Like, it's more public. It's more ostracized online as opposed to, every day. Like, you walk past an umpteenth amount of people every day and you don't notice them. But it's like when you're putting yourself out there to be noticed and you don't get noticed, that's probably...
That's rough.
Yeah.
Many users describe first dates as awkward, crude, and unrewarding. People report many demoralizing experiences in this new dating world, knowing that in-person realities can be wildly different from the online personas. And this is so true. Like, what you're seeing online is not necessarily what you're going to get in person.
No, filters are real.
Like... Remember that guy that I went on a date with that one time? I've only been on one online date ever. And it was this guy who was into like Taekwondo or Tai Chi or something. And like, I was the worst. I was the worst date ever because I was not in a healthy frame of mind. I was smoking. Like, he took me to the keg. I was like, this is like, you could have done something more interesting than this. He bought me flowers. I remember that much, that he bought me some flowers. That was nice. But he had a son, which anyone who's interested in dating me,
like,
probably no kids.
But
I'm trying to throw that out there.
See, you need to stop limiting yourself because you are at an age where a lot of men are going to have kids.
If you have kids, they better be adult because I'm not dealing with anybody else's babies. Sorry.
Gosh.
Like, I'm just saying, like, if I have to do that, if I'm gonna have children, I'd rather us do it together.
Beggars can't be choosers,
as well. Who's begging?
Beggars can't be choosers.
Who is begging? I signed up for a dating app quite yet, okay? Nobody's begging in 2020.
All right.
people are elevating their status. I need to elevate to my status. Like,
I
begging.
hear you. I hear you.
Begging. What did you hear? Don't come for me. Ghosting. Common in the dating app world. Suddenly ending a developing relationship without explanation or warning. It's dehumanizing and damages people's experiences.
Of course.
So ghosting.
It's just as bad as being ignored.
Popular. I've ghosted. I've ghosted.
I don't know if I've probably ghosted.
I haven't ghosted. I've so much as I've fizzled. I've just fizzled out.
I ghost my friends all the time.
I just fade into the darkness.
I ghost my friends all the time. Like, my friends know, like, I could be talking to you 1 second, and then all of a sudden I'm just gone.
But this
and you'll hear about me in like 3 days.
Everything I'm reading doesn't speak well to my mental health. Like, this doesn't sound like something I want to do for my mental health. Like, I would like to meet someone organically, which I hate that word because it's not a friggin' grocery store. But, you know, like, just like how people used to meet in like the 80s, you know, at a library, at an airport, at a bus stop, like just somewhere where people connect as two people instead of connecting through a computer.
Cute. That's what you want.
I want to meet cute. We talked about this the other day about the meet cute. I want someone to buy a pair of pajama pants and I buy the pajama top. And we meet each other and we're like, I just need the top and I just need the pants. And then we look at each other across the room and then we fall in love. Why can't I have that, B? Because mentally, that's what I think I need for myself.
Because we're in 2019 and people don't really believe in that anymore.
Well, let 2020 be different for people's mindsets, okay?
Maybe if you find a nice, you know, like 50-something-year-old man who...
As long as he's not balding.
Oh, my gosh. Now,
I want a full, thick head of hair.
So, if you are a 50-year-old man and you're not balding and you have a thick head of hair, just, you know, hit us up on the emails.
Yeah, hit us up.
2020, it's a good year. It's a broad horizons year.
Broaden your horizon. Human disposability. The negative experience can lead users to question their physical appearance, conversational skills, and general reliability of the opposite sex. So, what can I say about human disposability? I think we're living in a world where we're all disposable. I think nobody treasures anyone anymore.
Everyone's disposable in their jobs.
Everyone's disposable. You can leave. You can quit your job, and the day still ticks on. Time marches on.
You could die, and life will go on.
Life will go on. I think a human disposability is not just a dating app problem; it's a world problem.
Yep.
So I'm not even going to let that dating apps claim that one. It's definitely a world problem. So it lowers self-esteem. There was a study at the University of North Texas showed that dating app users reported lower self-esteem and lower psychosocial well-being than non-users. So I could see why that would be, though. I could see why that would be. Self-esteem is always just a tough thing, regardless of, you know, your circumstance. Like there's people who are just born coming out of their mother's wombs, you know, kissing the nurse on the cheek and giving the world a high five.
Like, what?
But
no. Like, you could have just said simple spoon in the mouth.
Kiss the nurse on the cheek and giving the world a high five. There's
I want to meet that baby. That's
high self-esteem, and then there are people. And it's usually the people that are using these dating apps that don't have any self-esteem at all, or they have very low self-esteem, you know? So this doesn't make it better. You know, we're living in a throwaway society at this point where millions of people are using dating apps,
but that's because nobody likes to look at people anymore. You see it on the bus all the time. I don't even take the bus that often, but when I do, it's terrible. Like, everybody's just engrossed in their phones and doing their own thing.
And the thing is, they're probably on dating apps. That's number one. And number two, you don't know if the person sitting beside you is texting.
Isn't that
15 people?
Isn't that Badu? I think that's that used to be a dating app, Badu, where like when you were in the vicinity with people, it would pick up the people in the vicinity.
I know what you're talking about.
And yeah, but
what I mean by throwaway society is just basically that I could be connecting with you, but you could be connecting with 5 other people. You know, and I'm a throwaway. Like, if your connection with me doesn't work, but it works with person number 4, then I'm just a duckfoot. Like, that's all I am. I'm a duckfoot.
But it's only, that's what I was saying before, it's only ostracized now because everything's condensed on one. You know, when you're on a dating app, like, you talk to 5 people and you get thrown away. But, like, if you're in the real world and you're dating 5 individual people, obviously not all one day, it's still the same effect. It's just worse now that it's just in your face.
It's true.
So these have all been, I'm just trying to let you know. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is not new. It's just
anonymity and deceit are the ones that I'm most terrified of.
Oh gosh.
Because gone are the days of yore where you met people, as I said, organically, face to face, at a bar, at a bookstore.
But they could still deceive you.
Like, did you ever see that show on Netflix? Oh, you?
No, I seen the commercials, but I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, they met in a bookstore. That's like not a place I probably want to meet someone.
But that's
that
what I'm
guy was
talking
creepy.
about. People could deceive you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but they lie. The thing is, you're cloaked in deception when you're online. Because you can lie about your age, you could lie about your profession, you can lie about your height, and you can lie about your intentions. And that's the main thing. Like, if I'm out here in these streets looking for love, I'm not trying to find anyone in these streets looking for snatch. Like, you know what I mean? Looking for a good time. I'm looking for a lifelong partner. And even if I make it clear in the 500 character blurb, they're still coming after me like, oh, like, hot. Like, ready to jump on it. Like, you just don't, because they lie about their intentions. You don't know what they intend to do. And it's damaging. It's damaging to your mental health. That's the biggest thing I could say. When someone lies to you about who they are,
yes, it's
disturbed your whole mental well-being.
Mm-hmm.
It causes painful emotions, mistrust, and self-doubt. You know, and this goes with a cycle of constant rejection that you're experiencing because of the overwhelming choices and basically just come and go, revolving door relationships that you're experiencing in this dating app world. I don't know.
I just personally think that the only difference is it's ostracized. Like, it's just in your face. You're seeing it more. But, like, these are normal fears. These are normal things that happen.
I think the thing I'm most afraid of is the grass is greener syndrome. Where you think the grass is always greener on the other side.
That's...
Like, once you find a match, get off them damn dating apps. What are you still
needing
dating apps for? Delete them. You found your match. You found your lobster. Delete them.
Your lobster.
Your penguin. You found your penguin.
What type of analogy?
Lobsters and penguins mate for life, okay?
Oh.
They mate for life.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So
lobsters is from Friends. Penguins is from the documentary.
Right.
Like, penguins. Like,
well,
they mate for life. So
yeah,
I need to find my lobster.
That's probably even a bigger issue too. That people, the grass is greener syndrome. Like, with anything though, that's always, you know, especially when you're a person with mental health problems, like when anxiety comes in and things like that, like you might second guess your thought process of, you know, being on a dating app. Mm-hmm. Like, you might feel like, you know, how would I put it? Like, not that you're not good enough, but like the next best thing. Like, like, am I the next best thing? Is there someone better than me? Is there someone, you know, more?
Like more.
Yeah.
Something more, like some more.
Oh my gosh. I knew you were going to do it.
You know, I had to throw it in there. Dating apps are addictive. Just like TikTok is addictive, as we discussed in the gratitude episode. Dating apps are addictive. Cell phones are addictive. Technology is addictive. So why wouldn't dating apps be addictive? Swiping left or swiping right to find your perfect match can consume you, especially when it feels like there's an endless stream of options. So there's it's like being on Instagram where you're like literally scrolling and there's no end to your scroll. And it's just bare men and like bare women for you to like choose from. It's just like a platter of there's Asian people, there's black people, there's white people, there's
just a plethora of people.
Plethora. Yeah, a plethora of people. Recently though, Bumble unveiled the snooze function, which allows users to take a break from the dating app. CEO Whitney Wolf said that it was so that users could focus on themselves and their mental health and not be trapped in a warp of a never-ending stream of connection.
So what does that do?
It does nothing. It's like on your Instagram where you could put a time limit on your Instagram for how much time you're on Instagram. You just can ignore it. It's not like it shuts your phone down or like puts a chastity belt on your phone.
It's an electronic chastity belt.
It's an electronic chastity belt. Like,
who has the key though?
That's the thing. Bumble doesn't have the key. You have the key, so you could open it anytime you want to. It's not like your lady's maid has the key. Like, if your lady's maid had the key, then, you'd be safe from Robin Hood. But, sorry.
I'm just, all
I got into Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I'm so
If you've never seen Robin Hood Men in Tights, go and see it. Go online and download it. But yeah, so they put this snooze feature on it like it's going to do something. Which, if you're meaning to scroll, if you're cruising to scroll, you're going to scroll. If you're cruising to swipe left or swipe right, you're going to swipe left.
Swipe left right. All day, every day.
All day, every day. So just some fun facts about these dating apps.
There's fun facts. Everything that you just said sounds horrific. I'm never entering back the dating scene. So
I don't think I will.
I'm sorry.
You know what I've chosen to do? Eventbrite events and meetup events. So you might see me on the streets of Toronto at a meetup or an Eventbrite
I'm like,
event.
what?
Like, Eventbrite?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I signed up for a couple of lectures and talks and different things in the upcoming year.
You started this saying that you're looking for love in 2020, so you don't get to back out. So yeah, you better be going to those Eventbrites. We're going to hold you to it.
I'll tell you all about them when I get back. So Match.com has 7 million subscribers, which is an increase from the 3.4 million in 2014. But Match.com has been around for like 25 years. Like, it's been around for a long time. It was right up there with Kiss.com. That just
goes to tell you that nobody wants to meet people anymore. Like, nobody cares.
It started 25 years ago.
In people's face. They predicted this. They're like, listen,
they knew. They had the algorithm.
Like, nobody's going to want to meet people.
But apparently
anymore.
when you used to go on Match, it used to be like a 100-page, like, ridiculous survey that you had to take. But now it's just very frou-frou-poo-poo.
I remember when you were thinking about it. Did you never did Match, did you?
I did Match.
Yeah, and you did the long thing.
When I was like in my 20s?
Maybe, I can't remember, but I remember you went through this whole I don't even know, maybe, but it was just, I remember you were like, this is such a long process. Like, why am I doing all these questions?
I did a Match.com and I thought I was having like a lesbian phase. So I met up with a girl and it didn't work out, but.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't say.
I just knew that, you know what?
You don't say.
Peni is what I prefer. So, yeah, I just broke up with Dell, with D.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I was going through a phase. Some girls go through it, some girls don't. Do you have any dating app stories?
Yeah, I have a couple of dating app stories. I don't know. Like, listen, I've been catfished. I've been ghosted. But all, like, just... I don't really take those things to heart. Like, I don't really... Like, I told you before, the catfish with the person that sent me the photo, and it was, like, when I say it was polar opposites. Like, the person that I thought I was talking to was gorgeous. Like, gorgeous. And the person I was talking to was...
busted. Couldn't be trusted.
You are busted. You can't be trusted. Like, definitely. Like, but I mean, to each his own. To each his own.
It happened.
They weren't my cup of tea.
No. You enjoying your cup of tea?
they were not my cup of tea, but I'm enjoying this cup. Yes, I am.
So Tinder generates 1.6 billion swipes per day, leading to 1.5 million dates a week.
Yo, these numbers are too much for my head.
These are crazy. That means literally everybody in the world is on these dating apps.
Yeah, like this is too much.
If I want to date, I have to get with it.
You know what this means to me?
Or meet them in church.
You know what this means to me? A lot of people aren't just dating; they're cheating. we got a bigger problem because not married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't all be single and be on these dating apps. Like, we got a little problem. I heard about
some dating app that was called Truth that tried to like tell. It was on like one of the things I was watching. It tried to tell the truth about everything, so get federal like it was back with the sex offender one. Mm-hmm. They were trying to get it at the federal level, the local level, all the different levels of like who you could be doing and what you could be doing in regards to your sexual offenses. Mm-hmm. But it also tried to check on men that were married because they wanted the truth in their app. It didn't last. It didn't last.
Really?
I'm not surprised because married men cheat. So not all of them, but a lot of them, and they're probably on Tinder, Bumble, Match, Plenty of Fish, or Zeus, which are ranked the top 5 highest grossing social apps in the Apple Store.
Like, are you throwing in some pitches right now? Like,
yeah. So Tinder overall is the top grossing after September 2019 when it introduced Tinder Gold, a paid add-on of the premium features. So
people are paying these apps now.
They're paying
not free?
Tinder. Tinder's still free, but there's Tinder Gold now.
No, this is not what we're gonna do right now, people. Like, go outside of your houses, put the phones down, go dancing, go to the disco.
Go to the disco, go roller skating,
something. This is not it.
Honestly.
Like, it's not.
It's not. I don't think it's for me.
It's not
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm lost.
Girl, you committed. Remember,
you committed. Said I'm gonna
see these resolutions. You're committed now.
I'm gonna try it. So, 2018, Match.com released a voluntary study of recent dating trends. 1 in 6 singles, so 15%, reported feeling addicted to the app and the process of looking for a date. Millennials were 125%, which I didn't know you could be 125% of anything. More likely to say they were addicted to dating. High achievers. Men were 97% more likely to feel addicted to dating than women. But women were 54% more likely to feel burnt out by the process, which makes sense. That makes complete and total sense to me. I feel burnt out just talking about this topic, and I haven't even gone to dating on a website yet.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I have no intention to go through this process again ever in my life. So this is a bit much. I'm sorry.
Just going to leave you with a final thought. Dr. Jennifer Rhodes said it's not the app per se that causes the problems. It's how someone uses it.
It's amen.
So, dating apps. I don't know. I don't know still. I've tried to cover this topic before, and it wasn't as well researched as it was this time, and the research kind of scared the shit out of me.
But you can't be scared if you want to meet someone. It's all about risks. I just
want to meet someone in, like, the produce aisle. Like, jeez.
I remember when I told you about that book. That girl said she wanted to meet someone in the produce aisle, and she almost met a freak. He worked at a strip club. You can't be doing them things. It doesn't mean you're gonna meet a wealthy businessman. It's not.
I need to go to lectures in, like, the library. I need to, like, be places where normal people are. I don't know.
You are an ideologist, and I am a realist. Telling you, idealist, and I am telling you right now that your meat cute is going to just be a meat. It not gonna be cute. I'm sorry.
Oh, stop it. It's gonna be meat cute.
Like, you're not gonna bump into some man at the grocery store with oranges, and you have grapefruits,
melons.
Oh my gosh.
That's me to squeeze his melons.
You are ridiculous.
Anyways,
dating apps are just a bit too much,
guys. To all my listening audience out there, I need advice. I need you to tell me what to do about this dating app situation. What are the ones that have worked for you? What are the ones that haven't? You know, where did you find the most success? Like,
Have you met one of your spouses?
Have you met your spouse through a dating app? That would be great if you have. Are you in a long-term relationship from a dating app?
We want your horror stories and your glory stories.
Yeah, horror and glory. Gory and glory. Like gory and glory. That's what I want to hear from you. So please, I'm begging you, before 2020,
to set her mind at ease.
Set my mind at ease before 2020 is vastly approaching. Literally, it'll be a couple of days after this, or literally the first day of the year. I think this is actually airing. Just help me. I need help. So talk to me, people. Talk to me.
Please call 911.
Please.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone now.
Why?
Ay.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Let them know where they can reach you or me, specifically me, because this is my personal problem that's going on.
Yeah, so if you want to reach out to O and tell her your personal stories or give her some words of encouragement and advice, or if you just want to, send us an email, but both of us, the email is dysh@daintydysh.com. That's DYSH@DAINTYDYSH.com. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
give us a 5, deserve 5.
And if you're listening to us on any other forms of streaming service, we thank you very much. Thank you. Share, and subscribe. And if you want to get a hold of us on social media, my social media handle is ThatMuvabadXO. That's ThatMuvabadXO. And if you want to reach O, her social media handle is
at Best of Onika. That's BESTOFONIKA. It took me a second there. And if you want to shout out the podcast and you want to get on the podcast's Instagram, it's at Dainty Dish Podcast.
So DAINTYDYSHPODCAST.
Thanks, B.
Thanks. Oh my gosh, every week you make me feel like I'm on a spelling bee, girl.
Honestly, girl, you know,
but I do it. I got it.
You got this.
I got it.
Anyways, that has been. Is that the dish of the day?
That has been the dish of the day.
And I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.